Hey everybody, it's Fat Frog, and today we got a video on resources on the island map. So we're going to be looking for metal, obsidian, and crystal in this video. This is an update to an old one. We're going to start with the locations of stuff in the southern portion of the map because that's where these things are the rarest. So right now I am sitting on some really high quality metal nodes, and we're going to look at our GPS and our map here. And our map. There we go. So we're pretty much dead center in the southern portion of the map, and I think this is pretty much the best location that you can get to in the southern portion of the map. This is where I very first started out my Ark career, and I used to call this place Crystal Hill because there's also some crystal up here. It's pretty rare. Also, there is an explorer node, but this whole area is absolutely great, and I never said out loud the location that we're at here. So we are at 76.8 degrees latitude and 47.3 degrees longitude. So there's crystal pretty much all around sort of the midpoint of this hill up here. So this is a great place to be, to set up a starter base or a metal operation on single player. Let's head out to a couple other fairly decent locations in the southern portion of the map. Now we're coming up on another one of these locations, and it's another hilltop. Of course, that's pretty much a theme in Ark. You're going to find probably more metal like up on the hills and mountains than anywhere else. So here is a pretty decent location. Let's take a look at the map and the GPS. We're not altogether that far from the first one. We are at 80.8 degrees latitude and 63.7 degrees longitude. Let's head to another one. Now we're at a place that's often called Hervavoir Island because we don't have any predators spawning here, so it's pretty safe unless you accidentally hit a bronto or a trike or something like that. Up here on the ridge we've got plateau, we've got some pretty good metal nodes, and let's take a look. Hop up here and take a look at our location. We're at 84.7 degrees latitude and 85.5 degrees longitude. So we're way down here in the southeastern portion of the map, about as far as you can get. And I didn't mention it, but we are not going to look at underwater resources or cave resources just because that's kind of a whole nother level. But let's head off to another location. So here's another really good location for metal. We've got some right on the top of this rocky hill. There's some scattered around through down there. And we've also got a pretty decent amount of crystal at the very top here. Some pretty decent nodes for the southern portion. But we're starting to creep up towards the north. I can't really get into the shade here. And I guess that's about it. So we're at 64.3 degrees latitude and 60.7 degrees longitude. Now as we travel north, we're going to get into even better locations. So let's head over to the Redwoods and check that location. So now as we've moved north, we're kind of dead center in the middle of the Redwoods. We've got a truly excellent metal spot with some pretty decent crystal as well. There's this trail that wraps up the mountain, and I'll show you the location at the base of this hill. It's 58.5 degrees latitude and 46.9 degrees longitude. I'll put all those coordinates, by the way, down there in the description. And you can take this trail with your Anki or whatever you might want to use to sort of carry all your metal ore or refined metal if you've got an operation like I used to over here, which is still active. You can see I got a refining forge and some dynos over here, but you can continue to wrap up here. And as you get to the top, the metal just keeps continuing here, and then you'll start to run across some crystal like we've got right here. So let me get you the coordinates for the very top. You can see it's high yielding nodes. If you're new to Ark, these ones that are golden are pretty much the highest yielding metal rocks that you can get. Anyway, we are at 56.5 degrees latitude and 48.0 degrees longitude. Let's head over to one of the other best locations, which is straight ahead. So we flew straight ahead, like I said, and you can just see just how great this place is from way up here. All strewn along the sort of side of this mountain are metal nodes. And if you look at the little black rocks there, those are all obsidian. And so this whole mountain really is wrapped around with these different metal nodes, or at least 3/4 of it. So I'm just going to grab the location at the top. At the very top, we're going to find even more metal, and we'll find a little bit of crystal. Not a ton, but enough to worth coming up here to harvest it. And you can see these are the little obsidian rocks. So plenty of resources way up top here. And there's a little bit of crystal, like I said, and an explorer note if you're looking for that. But here's the other side, and you've got more metal strewn about down there. We are at 35.6 degrees latitude and 59.0 degrees longitude. We're at another mountain, and around the base here we've got a lot more metal nodes and some scattered obsidian. And you know, these mountain locations are great, but they're all very dangerous. We've got tons of aloe spawning around here, T-Rexes and stuff like that, so come prepared. You also get a giga now and again. So let's go grab a little bit closer to the center of this mountain here. Not very much at the top, just around the sides, and we are at 32.2 degrees latitude and 75.9 degrees longitude at this location. We've arrived at the volcano, and there's some pretty decent metal way up here at the top. It used to be like one of the best places in Ark, but they redesigned it, and it's not quite as good as before, but it's still a really good place to find crystal. So let's go grab the location down here. I've got some dinos set up because I'm getting ready to do the tech cave and the overseer, but you're here for metal location. So we're at 42.0 degrees latitude and 38.8 degrees longitude. And so as we get into the volcano, there's this twisty path where you can keep going up and down. You got to bust your way through some of it, and you'll find metal up there. But it's quite a trek to get up to those locations, and we've got some Technicolor T-Rexes today. But there's more stuff there. There's the main path going as I'm just kind of following it along with my beak there. Now we're here up in the snow biomes, way up, and there is metal pretty much here, there, and everywhere. Let's take a look at the map, and I'll throw the GPS on there. So it's pretty easy to find way up in the northwest corner, and then there's that other mountaintop in the central northern part. And these are great places for metal, obsidian, and crystal. But the problem here is not only are you going to be fighting the dinosaurs, but you're also going to be fighting the cold, which is not easy. So you're going to find pretty much metal here, there, and everywhere. So I'm not going to grab any specific location. So we're at this mountain here with the obelisk, and then we've got the other mountain up ahead. It can be a little bit more difficult to find the metal nodes up here because some of them are covered with snow. But that's going to do it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and thank you for watching.